G'day everyone, it's Curtis here and welcome to an On the Back Wheel video. Today I'm reviewing the Hepco Becker crash bars on my Suzuki V-Strom 800D. I've had them for a while now, so I thought it'd be a good time to do a review on them, and I've put them through the absolute ringer. If you haven't, make sure you click that subscribe button. It helps grow the channel and create more content like this, and you're helping out an independent motorcycle reviewer. All right, let's talk about the Hepco Becker crash bars. So this video is going to be divided up into several sections. We're going to talk about the looks, build quality and the fit and finish of these, talk about how they installed, and finally how they performed. I think these crash bars look absolutely fantastic. They've done a good job of matching the style of the bike to the crash bar. Some crash bars, mate, they're an absolute eyesore. Some of the ones that came out for the KLR, I was just like, I know they're probably going to work well, but they are hideous. These look very nice, and I think they've done a good job with designing them looks-wise. The fit and finish on these is fantastic. Even just unboxing them, you can tell, yep, this is well made. The welds all very nicely done. The finish on them is great. They're made of German steel. I know Germans are pretty synonymous with quality. I don't know about steel, but it seems like they are very well made, and we'll talk about how they've lasted later on. The installation is similar to other crash bars I've done. Prepare the swear jar because it can get a bit fiddly, but overall it is very simple. I mean, I have very little mechanic skills and I can do it quite easy. An average Joe Blow will chuck them on, no problems, and you only need basic tools. Where it did get a bit tricky was trying to square up the left-hand side. I found that quite difficult and it took a bit of fiddling around, to be honest, but once I got it, I was able to screw it in and then it pulled the whole thing square. You have to mount it up the top here, and Suzuki, in their infinite wisdom, on one side I put a wire, so you have to try and get that out of the way. Not gonna lie, that was pretty tricky and an absolute pain in the butt. So I'm not sure if your V-Strom's gonna have that or it's just mine, something to be wary of just when you're installing it. I like how simple it all is, and Suzuki can be attributed to a lot of that because they've actually got installation points for crash bars and accessories. We've got the one down here, one in the middle, and then one up inside there. So Suzuki were thinking, when they design it, where are we gonna mount crash bars and everything like that? And that's when you got this engine cradle on this that the standard 800 doesn't have, whereas the D has it, which is great for putting extra products on, including this bash plate underneath here. And Hepco and Becker themselves have made it incredibly simple in how they've designed it. If you want to know more about how these install, I did an unboxing and installation video, so check that out. So design and installation wise, I am very happy with the Hepco and Becker crash bars. But enough of that, how do they perform? Fantastic. I have been extremely happy with these. I've done some stupid rides on this, and the Jibber track ride, man, we go back to that. Rocky, boulders, crashed it probably a dozen times during the ride through the track's fault and my own. These held up fantastic and I got no damage to my bike, and that's the big goal. I got some nicks and scratches on it, but that's completely fine. If it gets really bad over time, I can just put a little bit of touch-up paint on it, but at the moment they have held up great. And another good thing is they haven't flexed at all. These have not compressed, they haven't moved. On my KLR, the bars on that, while a nice design, they did come in and in and in until actually pushing on the bike and damaging plastics. These, because of the three-point design and they're joined together, they haven't moved at all. I'm very happy with that. One thing that commonly gets overlooked is, does a product stop you from putting other products on, or does it get in the way? The Hepco and Becker crash bars do not. I've been able to chuck on the SRC bash plate, so they work nicely together, no issues there. And also a rad guard onto the front. It just uses stock bolt holes, which is fantastic. Some designs can get in the way, these do not. Weight-wise, you're looking at about 3.3 kilos according to Hepco and Becker. The steel appears to be quite thick, but it does feel reasonably light when you're installing it. So how much do they cost, and are they worth buying? Full disclosure, I got these for free from Motorcycle Adventure Products and Hepco and Becker. If you want to buy them, they're about 389 Australian dollars, which I think is very reasonable and quite cheap. Think about how much plastics and radiators are. They are way more than $389. And besides that, they're a really nice product. Like, I've been trying to find faults with them. There's, like, the install did get a little fiddly at times. But overall, I'm very happy with them. The build quality is nice, and more importantly, they protect your bike. I've had crash bars in the past that haven't, and it's a pain in the butt. These, they've been fantastic. So what do you think of the Hepco and Becker crash bars? And what crash bars are you using for your 800 DE? Put it down in the comments below. I can tell you this, they are way better than the stock Suzuki crash bars. They are absolutely terrible and only good for mounting lights. All right, everyone, that's it from me. If you haven't, make sure you click that subscribe button and keep it on the back wheel. Catches.